Okay, so this lesson is all about one thing. One thing. It's something I struggle with so much. And that's because I love doing everything or trying to do everything at the same time, and I'm always so impatient. I want to get everything done as quick as possible, and just focusing is a nightmare for me, especially when you've got your phone and you can just easily go on Instagram, scroll through. You know, it's a new world now, but I read this book called The One Thing, and it was really, really, really awesome. So basically what the author does, he books out 4 hours every day just to look and just to do one thing. So he basically asks himself a series of questions. So he says, what's the one thing that I could do now that would make everything easier or unnecessary? And so the philosophy is that, if you do this one thing and knock that over, you'll knock something else that's bigger over. And this is, have you ever seen those really long lines of dominoes and someone's knocked one over, it's knocked a bigger domino and it's knocked a bigger one? Well, each domino can actually be double the size and still be knocked over. And so by the end of it, you've built up all this energy and all this force, and you knock down this huge, huge domino just from this tiny, tiny one. And it's basically trying to tell you that through this small action, this first step, something huge is going to come from that. But you've got to figure out what that right first step is, because let's say you're creating a cake business, and your first action is to go and make a dress or buy a dress. That's not really going to help you make your cake business. So perhaps the first thing that in that instance would have been to, get a recipe that you think is going to be perfect and that would make the best cake possible. Or there's hundreds of cakes you could make. What's the one cake that you're going to make and sell? So it's these sort of questions, and I found it really, really, really useful. And so I've started blocking out bits of my time where I just don't look at emails or look at my phone, and I just do the work that I have to do. And then kind of on this same sort of way of thinking, I don't have my phone by me on my bed, or I don't look at it when I wake up. And so when I wake up, I write 3 things that I have to do today, and then just by doing that, I can I know what my 3 most important things that I have to do are, and then I can do those in the 4 hours that I've blocked off. It should only be one thing, but you can do quite a lot. And then you can also plan your week as well. So what's the one thing I've got to do today? What's the one thing I'm doing tomorrow? What's the one thing, blah, blah. Obviously, your schedule can mess you up completely, but also just remember that your time's important and it's so precious. So if you want to do something, whatever that might be, if that's even going for a run, then, and you say, I'm going to do it at 6 p.m. and we're going to go and we're going to do 1 mile, 2 mile, whatever it is. Even if someone says, let's go for drinks, or let's do this or let's do that, say, right, I've committed to myself, and that's the most important person that I've got to hold up to. So I'm going to do this. How about we do it after, or how about we reschedule? Because ultimately, it's your life and you've got to live it. Peace out, subscribe, love you guys. Bye.